Why question CPI as a measure of inflation? There are a number of valid reasons. Let's review some. Creative number crunching. The CPI is a masterclass in creative number crunching. Governments and central banks have perfected the art of manipulating the calculations to make inflation magically disappear. It's like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, except instead of a rabbit, it's a bogus inflation figure. Selective blindness. The CPI suffers from selective blindness. It conveniently turns a blind eye to the items that actually matter to people's wallets. Soaring housing costs, exorbitant healthcare expenses, and ever-increasing tuition fees? Oh, those are just minor details, not worth including in the inflation equation. Who needs a roof over their head or affordable medical care when they have a low CPI? Substitution hocus pocus. According to the CPI, when prices skyrocket, we're all expert magicians capable of substituting our favorite products with cheap knockoffs. Steak too expensive? Just buy some tofu and pretend it's a filet mignon. Luxury vacation out of reach? Take a staycation and convince yourself it's the same thing. The CPI thinks we're all living in a fantasy world of never-ending substitutions. It is really measuring a change in our standard of living. Inflation denial. The CPI is the headquarters of the Inflation Denial Club. Sure, your grocery bills are soaring, gas prices are through the roof, and your paycheck feels like it's shrinking. But don't worry. The CPI says inflation is under control, so you must be imagining things. It's a magical place where reality bends to fit the narrative. Geographical amnesia on steroids. The CPI has perfected the art of geographical amnesia on steroids. It completely disregards the fact that different regions have different costs of living. Apparently, the price of a cup of coffee is the same whether you're in a bustling city or a remote village. It's as if the CPI is trying to win the award for the most oblivious measurement ever invented. The emperor's new clothes. The CPI is like the emperor's new clothes of economic indicators. Everyone pretends it's a reliable measure, but deep down, we all know it's a charade. It's a game of smoke and mirrors, designed to keep the masses blissfully ignorant about the real effects of inflation on their wallets. So, sit back and enjoy the show, but know that you can't measure inflation with an index. Inflation is an increase in the money supply, while assets and consumer goods will inflate at different percentages and over different timelines. Inflation will hit us all. You can now cancel your membership to the Club of Blissful Ignorance, the club the government wants you to remain a member of. Thank you for watching. Hope you found this useful. Please subscribe, and if you liked it, hit like. Stay motivated.